loaded edition.
Yeah. About one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time. WCW's New Blood Rising.
What day is it again?
Tuesday. Monday. It's Monday. Oh, shit.
When you're down in the dumps and you need something to bring you.
Hey Domino's, if you want to sponsor the show for giving Levi the shits at 2 a.m., you can email us at heelsandquads@gmail.com.
And everybody's just having a good old fucking time here. They're having a great time at Bash at the Beach.
Because it was free.
Yeah.
Yeah, now.
The show must go on, but things must go wrong.
I wanted to have a fucking puke bucket next to me and be like, oh my god, he's gonna puke.
There's something wrong with me. I'm gonna go, look, dude, I'm in a big league again.
Look, dude, do you know who I am and do you know how much money I've made doing it?
Wrestling is so fucking stupid, dude. God, I love it.
Two different sounds.
That microphone's great, dude.
I love it, dude. It picks up the farts so well. And I have the noise gate thing set up on here, so it shouldn't do that.
Wow. Some people call you Maurice.
Wow. I have them sometimes where it's like, wow. It's just two different sounds, man. I'm like, that was so good. I'm gonna be farting all day. I love it.
Oh my god. I'm leaving that in.
That was great. Oh shit. That was so good.
You can't laugh at a good fart. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, if you can't laugh at a good fart, you are vanilla. Jesus.
Woo, shit.
Okay. Oh. Wow. Oh man, my stomach hurts. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Heels and Quads Wrestling Podcast.
Okay.
This is good for the Patreon, at least.
Yeah,
you know?
I love it.
I know how hard it was to record.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's killing me, man.
Do you want me to look down while you're doing the intro?
Yes, please.
Here, I'll do this.
Like now it's the fart, man. You're fucking, you smell it.
Smell it through the fucking Zoom.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Heels and Quads Wrestling Podcast on this Good Friday, Easter Sunday, Passover, all kinds of stuff. It's actually Easter Sunday at time of recording, and we've come back to deliver you yet another fantastic episode.
Happy holiday, everybody.
Happy holiday for
The
those
bunny.
of you
The
that
bunny came a
celebrate.
knocking early this morning.
The bunny did. He left his little flower tracks all over my house.
It's little baskets filled
Did they ever
with
do that when you were a
candies.
kid? Yeah. Did they ever do that when you were a kid? With the flower, my grandma would put flower like
the
paw
Easter
prints.
bunny. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
the
I didn't know if that
tracks,
was a thing everywhere.
Yeah. Well, the Easter bunny leaves it. Your grandma had nothing to do with it.
Right. I know. It was And then he brought me an Undertaker figure one time.
You were at your grandma's house and it happened.
Yes, I was at my
when you saw
proverbial
it.
grandmother's house.
When the bunny came and left the paw prints.
Yes, because a lot of times I would.
Well, he
I would
left
go,
his cottontail, his bunny trail, Peter Cottontail, that thing, that old
so
chestnut.
much candy.
Dude, yeah.
The good
So
days of Easter were good.
You got the candy. You obviously you got the eggs. You did the egg hunt.
Oh, of course.
But like you said, you got Undertaker figure. We always got a little like cheap,
little something.
Yeah, a little cheap figure.
Yeah. Nothing like.
Well, was it an elite Undertaker? Or was it like a basic?
I don't remember. I think if I like barely remember, but I would wake up really early because it was like kind of Christmassy. But I was excited for
it was
something about I don't know. I'd wake up to pee or something. I'd see flower prints. I'd be like, dude, he came.
Yeah. It was
And
exciting.
Then, yeah. And then I'd open up the closet or wherever the trail led to, and like there'd be the basket. And then I can't remember what the taker was that I got, man. I want to say it was.
Might have been a bone cruncher at that point.
It very well could have been a bone cruncher. I think it was one of the Titantron ones, like where you could put their foot on there and it would play the music. I had that, but I was probably about 6 around that time because I had the Titantron, I had the Raw as War ring, I had a Nitro ring too. I wish I would have kept that.
Jesus, your asshole's gonna fall out,
dude. It is on fire today. It's rolling. What a maneuver!
So 6, it would have been 99.
Yes, for me, I'd be It was like that time period.
Yeah,
I think that for me,
because I think the Titantrons came out late 2000 or early 2001.
Okay, so it might have been a bone crunch. I just know it was.
I'm really trying to nail this down. It's really bothering me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I just know it was an Undertaker.
We got a lot to talk about.
We do have a lot to talk about, yeah. But Easter, it probably ended for me like 02. I would say Easter ends pretty early.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe some kids go for longer, but I don't know that I was like 10. I might have been 10 when it ended.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I was gonna say, Tommy's 9 and we're still.
You still do the Easter. So it's probably about 10. Yeah. But the Christmas thing that had to go on for a while. So still does.
I'm not looking forward to that.
I am, but I don't know. It's our seasons are so fucked up that
we don't know
Christmas
what
never
season
feels
it
like
is.
Christmas.
No, wearing fucking shorts on Christmas Day.
Yeah, and then in April it's still cold out and like you see sleet and like, dude, it's so Arkansas weather is so effed up.
I'm ready to move.
It's lately it's just wind and storms and tornadoes, just like crazy.
Yeah, this week alone, I think there was like 3 tornado warnings.
Yeah. So
and then like 2 or 3,
guys,
like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had like 3 in one day. It was fucking wild.
I
was like, all right, this is
nutty,
enough.
dude.
And I told Amanda Friday night, I said, May better bring some fucking flowers because April showers has been bullshit. It has literally rained like almost every day this month.
I mean, my backyard is growing like I had to mow
I know.
night.
I was like, I need to fucking mow already.
Yeah.
Like usually I wait until the end of April. Like beginning of May is mowing season.
Start of May. Yeah. That's usually about the mowing season.
But it's growing already. Because you get one like really fucking sunny hot day and here it comes.
I threw some grass seed down because we have some patches in the backyard that didn't that are just kind of dead. Like nothing grows there. Well, the grass seed didn't, it kind of started wanting to grow stuff, but it made all the other grass just go nuts. And I got this like runoff by my porch. I don't know what's happening, but the water, it's like they built that stupid house next door and it's like dammed it up. So the water's just getting stuck there and the grass, like that grass grows in like 2 days. It's like 2 feet tall.
Jesus
it's too
Christ.
much, man. Yeah. I got to figure that out. We got to create a little irrigation system of some kind.
You can build a moat.
Yeah, a moat for the queen, the king and the queen. I'm king of the ring, so.
Well, yeah.
The king of the ring.
All right, let's talk wrestling.
Let's talk wrestling. So, one that I know I definitely wanted to mention in this. Well, so first of all, this weekend, there was Battle of the Belts. There was the New Japan Chicago show, which you did the watch along for, as well as
Windy City Riot.
Battle of the Belts 2. Battle of the Belts 2.
Yes.
And
so I'm assuming Battle of the Belts is basically Clash of the Champions.
Essentially, they're doing that thing. So
that WCW type thing.
Was Clash was always a 2-hour show though. Isn't Battle of the Belts a 1 hour?
I don't know if it was an hour or not. I'm not sure. I didn't watch that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I had New Japan and it went a little long. As per usual.
AEW Battle of the Belts 2. Let's see if it has a page. No, but
I know Sammy won the belt back from Scorpio.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we had Nyla Rose.
Good. We can blow that feud off now. I'm glad Scorpio finally got a run with a solo title.
Yeah, I wonder. Like he lost it kind of quick, but that title is one that you can kind of toss around, so that's okay.
It's very TV champion.
Yeah.
WCW back in the day, they would constantly. It was like a rotating door.
So, okay, yeah, and then Jonathan Gresham retained the title
Against Dalton Castle.
So I think it is an hour because that was a 9-minute match.
And then was there only 3 matches?
It looks like it, yeah.
And then Thunder Rosa retained against Nyla Rose.
Okay,
Correct?
cool. So yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping Thunder would retain. Yeah, 14 minutes. Yeah,
I wanted to watch
9.
it because I'm a big Dalton Castle fan. So
yeah, he's great. And I think that one I'll definitely catch, like the YouTube bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And then New Japan, Windy City Riot. Let's check that out.
I was kind of surprised because I kind of built it up for the Patreon over at Talking Shop. Like, all 3 of the Hoots are on the show. It's going to be great. Come watch it with us. Rocky, I text Rocky. I'm like, dude, are you still on the card? He was like, I was in the dark. And I was like, oh shit, we're sitting here waiting for you. Like, I'm used to Rocky being, opening match on TV or whatever. And he was nowhere to be found. I was like, oh, maybe they're like saving it for that, middle of the road match or something. And we're just all like waiting for it. And he never comes out. So I was like, fucking, I'm going to text him and find out what's going on.
So Wheeler Yuta and Rocky defeated Kevin Knight and the DKC.
Yeah.
And
so yeah, we were texting during the Suzuki Ishii match.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, dude, this is wild as usual. But
so where do I go watch that at? Is that on Fight?
It's on Fight. It's on New Japan World.
Of course, New Japan World, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to catch that. Looked like a pretty good card. Was it a bunch of tag matches?
Fun. Yeah. Bullet Club and United Empire. Scott Norton teamed with Bullet Club, which was cool.
Yeah, that's right. The boys and Scott Norton. You said
Scott Flash Norton. That alone made it worth a watch because
overall a pretty good card.
If you're old school like WCW cat, you'll like to see that.
The US of J Open Challenge. I love that he's calling it that. I listened to him on Renee's podcast a while back.
How was it?
It was okay.
Yeah. It's
not like amazing. He's
an enthralling interview. I still need to listen to Regal Jericho pod.
Have you not listened to either?
No, because I saw part 2 was out too.
Part 2
might do that tomorrow.
The part 1 is really good. Part 2 is kind of like you're listening to Regal talk about this daddy guy the whole time.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. I listened to it, but I wasn't really following that.
Right.
It was just
yeah, I did watch him on the AEW Unrestricted pod though.
Okay.
And like he talked about like his lizards and shit. Apparently he used to collect lizards.
Really?
And he's got like 3 now. But like I'm talking like fucking like lizards, like with the serpent tongue and shit.
No shit.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know. I never would have thought he would be into shit like that, but that's cool.
You never really can tell.
Yeah, because we don't know them.
No.
We know their character.
As much as people like to think online when they're writing their little articles that they know all these wrestlers, they don't.
Yeah. I did think it was cool though, just to hear stories from somebody like that because he's very like humble.
Yeah, crazy humble.
And he knows like people always put him in that best wrestler to never hold the world title conversation. He's like, listen, I knew what I was. And he was like, I know people say that if you're not in it to be the world champion, you're in it for the wrong reasons. He was like, I was never in it to be the world champion.
But look at the titles he held. He was the work rate guy, European, Intercontinental. TV, like he was always that guy. So yeah, he got the worker titles, and they were always great because you watch a Regal match, man, he's working old school.
Yeah, and he does the little.
Yeah.
I always loved that for some reason. Even as a kid, I like people would boo the fuck out of him. Like I'd go to like WCW house shows and stuff, and people would boo him, and I'm like, why? He's good.
Regal's awesome, man.
I think I was just smart even as a kid.
Yeah, you've always been a smart fan.
Yeah.
You got smartened up a little bit.
I knew about work rates.
Yeah, of course. Ishii beat Suzuki. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, dude. And as always, it was fucking banger.
They can always run that match because it's just a hard hitter.
Yeah, then after that, Eddie Kingston came out. I had it on mute, so I don't know exactly what went down. And I didn't get on Twitter after because as soon as I finished the watch along, I was in bed because I had to get up at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So typically don't like to do the watch alongs on the weekends, but for that one, I had to.
What is the May 14th DC show that he challenged him to? Is that AEW?
No, it's just a New Japan show.
It's a Japan show.
Okada will be on that one.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I see he's not on this, but
Okada's coming to the US of A.
I've seen so far that Moxley beating Will Ospreay, like that was like a 5-star match.
Yeah. It was good.
Okay.
Blood, of course, like 20 seconds in, Mox.
Oh, yeah. He's always got to get the gush going.
Which is fine.
Yeah, but that kind of leads into what I want to talk to here. Let me bring up Backlash 2002 so I can remember the card because we are talking about that today.
At some point.
So I read some things.
Okay.
Obviously,
you were telling me about this yesterday briefly. We texted.
Yeah. So, and it wasn't any like, so obviously there was the Discovery merger with TNT or whatever. Like, I guess that means Discovery bought TNT, TBS, Turner Broadcast or whatever. Or maybe it's just the parent company now.
Maybe Turner bought Discovery.
Maybe something like that.
I don't know.
We can fact check it. But anyways.
Yeah. Or you can just tell us whatever.
Yeah. So it's not, nobody's said like Discovery has said this, but a lot of people have said that AEW might want to tone down the blood and the guts type thing to keep Discovery happy, because they could, a lot of times when a merger happens, they can just drop people because they don't want them.
Right.
Or whatever, which their deal is still till 2023 or something. I think it was.
Yeah, I think that's right. 23, 24, something like that.
Yeah. So it said the negotiations will start like a year out is kind of where the negotiations start, like for your renewing your contract and all that. But yeah, it said like they might think about toning that down, but then of course we see on Rampage like they didn't, which is whatever. That's fine. I'm good with blood. I'm good with violence. I'm good.
I want it in wrestling.
Yeah, I want that. I think, and I'm a big fan of blood and like, you know, that kind of stuff. But I think AEW could not do it every week like they have been doing. They are
save the blood for the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I don't need it on TV unless it's like a brutal beatdown backstage or something like that.
That or one of your, you know, your Moxley matches where it's like kind of like almost a pay-per-view match.
Yeah,
like one of those big matches on TV. That's fine.
Cage match maybe.
Yeah,
a cage match on. Yeah, cage match. Yeah, somebody's gonna bleed.
Cage or street fight.
Yeah.
That's where I want to see blood, those kinds of matches. But I mean, they do it an awful lot, and like I love blood, man, but I never thought I'd be like, you can pull it back a little bit, because you know they got the storytelling down. But that was another part of it, is going, you know, this year somebody said towards the fall they really need to step it up and like get the viewers up, because really if you look at the viewership, AEW's kind of plateaued. They stay in that 900 to 1 million viewership, which is good, I think, in today's terms. I mean,
definitely, dude. I mean, look at how many people don't have cable or satellite. We've talked about it 1,000 times, but like I haven't had cable or satellite in years.
Yeah.
I mean, I've dabbled in like YouTube TV and Sling and stuff. Yeah. Sign up for a couple of different emails, you know, see how many free trials we can wiggle out of.
When there's a big show, you watch.
Sure. But I mean, there's ways to catch it online, you know?
Yeah.
Or even if you're just watching clips of YouTube, you can get kind of the gist of it, what's going on. That's the good thing about AEW. It's very New Japan-esque in its storylines, where, you know, the stories are told in the ring for the most part. I mean, they have quite a few interview segments, and so speaks this week, which is getting kind of old.
Tony Khan's huge announcement.
Yeah, huge announcement.
He's got another one this week. Yeah, it's going to be huge. Yeah, they do well. Even their stories that are somebody comes out and cuts a promo, like they're good. Yeah, because they got the, you know, Tony. As far as I understand from what we've all read, probably is like Tony gives the bullet points. He lets the wrestlers tell the story, which is that's good because they're pros. That's what they should do, you know. But Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I love blood. If they got to tone it down, they got to tone it down. But I really don't want to see them go PG because that was like
We have enough
somebody
of that.
said that. No, I'm good on the PG bullshit because I mean, look at WWE, and plus, imagine that company. Look at all the guys in the company. Like they could all do it, but that's gonna really just kill the characters because they can't be. I shouldn't say kill the characters, but.
Well,
Like,
and not only that, but the types of matches they do, like the lights out match. And I know that's not supposed to be sanctioned or whatever, but it's on fucking TV. So come on, give me a break. You know, they do a lot of street fights. They do like the stadium, whatever that was called.
Stadium Stampede. Yeah.
Stadium Stampede. Yeah. I mean, shit like that, you have to have like a little color in it.
Yeah.
Or else it's not going to work.
I mean, dating back to the 70s and 80s, and even
Before
earlier
that,
than that. Yeah, the 60s and shit with Bruno.
Yeah.
That's you know, color, what is it? Red equals green, man. I mean, people like that.
Red equals green, baby.
But but there are, you know, there is that crowd that doesn't like that, which that's fine.
I get it. Yeah. I think WWE for the most part is the more kid-friendly option.
Course. Yeah.
You know, AEW, they've got the blood, they say shit.
Yeah. They use the finger.
Yeah. And that's what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
People in our demographic. That's what we, you know, male 18 to 35. I'm almost out of that demographic, by the way.
Man,
but that's what we're
still in it.
That's what we're waiting for. You know, we've been waiting for it and we finally got it. And now, you know, if they take it away, it's gonna be like, oh, same fucking shit with everybody. Like, I get it, like it, but that's the times we're in. And you think we'd progress, but we're regressing with wrestling. And it's really kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I hate to see. Tony's smart. He's a smart dude, obviously. He's a great businessman. So I think it'll get worked out.
What do you think about him saying that the bots on Twitter are what's causing?
Yeah. What everybody said that's
I said this last night and I almost replied to his tweet. I wanted to say, hey, you want to send some of those automated bots my way so I can get some follows and retweets?
Yeah, no shit.
Have people talk shit about us.
So what exactly is
good
that?
For us.
What exactly is that story? Because I saw some stuff about it.
Yeah, I'm assuming that he thinks that like Twitter, like the bot, there's like a wrestling bot community that's just out to get them for whatever reason. I don't really understand how it works, but
I don't either.
I'm waiting for it. Like, send them our way.
Yeah, let me get some bots, man. Then I can get a PS5 and we can get some more followers. Yeah. So bam.
Yeah.
Those are the good bots.
And you can quit your job and we can just stay at home and do this every day.
Yeah, man. Every day.
Tons of money.
The wrestling morning show with Levi and Tommy. The morning. Good morning, American wrestling. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to bring up the blood thing. And then I think this is just my opinion. I think it's time for Hangman to drop the title. And with this, you know, new deal thing on the horizon, like it's going to be coming up soon. I think you need to kind of keep the belt on the bigger names for the time being. Keep the
maybe
eyes on
revisit it in a couple of years.
Yeah, like, you know, give it. Hangman's a star. He's a great wrestler, but his run for me has not been that exciting.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I think it's just that his character is I don't even know how to describe it, but it's not been very exciting.
He's like that. He's like a renegade.
Yeah.
Like he comes in, he's, you know, everybody's buddies in the elite, whatever. And then it's like almost instantly he was kind of out of that. Cody was out of that. Like, I think Cody and the elite did like 2 on-screen segments together the whole time. They did the first show, they did something, and then when the pandemic started, they were all out in the ring together. But other than that, they never did anything. And the same with Hangman, like he did. I mean, obviously he teamed with Kenny and whatever, but I think they were like they weren't with the Bucks at that time or something.
It's always been kind of a weird line.
Just weird. Yeah. Like I thought the whole point of this company was supposed to be kind of centered around them starting it together.
Yeah.
And they've and it's fine. The stories
I think we'll get to it.
fine, but I want that to come back and kind of, I feel like that would help.
I think that is something that might be a long-term build here where like you get this faction that's just dominant over everybody. And then, when Kenny's back and everything, and this could be whenever, but you get this faction that's just dominant. You got them built up. They're badasses. The Elite reforms and kind of takes them on that 5-on-5 or whatever it may be, something like that. But yeah, I think we'll still see that, but it also kind of benefits them to be separated because then they're not just tied to, they're just the Elite.
Right.
But like, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. You would think the company would start and it would be like pretty Elite heavy for a while.
And but that's what I was saying is like, because when AEW first started, we talked about a lot of the viewers are going to be people who watch BTE.
Yeah.
And they've done they've done a pretty good job of BTE as far as carrying the storylines over to that show or keeping, starting them there. And then you kind of follow it as far as TV goes. But like, as far as Cody goes, I'm fine with him not being a part of it anymore because like, he was always that weird, like he was in the Elite, but he wasn't, with the tweener thing.
Yeah. He was like a tweener with the faction. Like he was kind of in and out. He did his own thing a lot more. And I think it's just because that's what he wants. He wants to be a solo guy.
He wanted to be the name. It's the name.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And he's going to get it now.
And,
but
because I guess right now, what do we got? We got Bucks and Adam Cole and Red Dragon are kind of
but and then you're kind of, like I said before, you're kind of waiting for Kenny to come back because the Bucks and Kenny are gonna obviously get back together. And then you're gonna have, and then they're gonna do their 6-man storyline. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think at this point, I'm with you as far as Hangman dropping the title. I think he'll drop it to Adam Cole, and then Cole will hang on to it for a bit. Kenny comes back. Punk. Kenny takes the title back.
Or do you think Punk falls in it though? Because I think
he could too, and MJF too.
Yeah, MJ.
So maybe they hold off on the Kenny thing, but I think that story kind of.
Kenny obviously gets it back at some point. I think we start seeing the Bucks and Cole and Red Dragon kind of having some beef, and then that's Kenny's big return.
Yeah, when
maybe there's a turn or something like that, and then you set up your 6-man.
Or they do that thing where they like you find a partner because this relationship isn't working out, and then the next week Kenny Omega's music hits and the fucking crowd pops. And
because I'm ready for Kenny to be back.
I am too, man.
I need him on TV.
I miss him.
He needs to be on TV, and it's.
But my whole point with Kenny regaining the title was. Like he had such a good run with it.
It was awesome.
But before that, he was kind of just like lost in the shuffle. It wasn't the Kenny Omega that we knew, and they did a good job of building that story. Like he's going to get back to his winning ways, and then he won that tournament, and then he won the title, then he went heel. Which Kenny Omega's a heel is fucking money.
Oh man, he was so good as a heel.
And Don Callis did a fucking great job being the mouthpiece, even though Kenny doesn't need a mouthpiece. But
no,
Don Callis gives you that old school wrestling feel that even though Kenny can talk, he makes it better.
Yeah, that I've kind of reminisced on that lately because a lot of that time period, I was kind of in and out of just watching wrestling in general.
Yeah.
Like I always watched and kept up, but it was like, maybe a week or two I'd miss it and then I'd catch up. And but now I'm like, man, I kind of miss that because Hangman won the belt. Yeah, it was a great moment. But now it's just been the last couple of months. It's like, what did he face? Lance Archer. And then what was Adam Cole at Revolution. That was a really good match.
It was.
And I think Double or Nothing is, like he needs to drop to either Punk or Adam Cole, which it seems like it'll be Adam Cole first. And then Punk will kind of go because Punk and Adam Cole, I would love.
That would be a great match, honestly, because they both have that Ring of Honor background.
Yeah.
And that would make sense with, Cody buying Ring of Honor. So yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like, when it comes crunch time for that whole re-signing a new deal, it needs to be on because Cole's a pretty big name from WWE, and then Punk. I mean, he's a huge name. You got Moxley, which I don't think he's doing this Combat Club thing, which is cool, and they can stay that way for a while. Brian Danielson at some point needs the strap. Just just the bigger names of the company. Someone has to have that, I think, to get eyes on around that time, whenever that is. I don't know. I'm always worried about this company because I love their product, man. And it's
these are the best episodes of the podcast. So it's like we're literally like sitting in a boardroom, like trying to book this out.
Yeah, just shooting from the hip.
Yeah. We don't pre-plan it. It just kind of happens, and I wish people would fucking listen to this shit because we have fucking ideas. Hey, Tony Khan, you want to get some help?
Yeah, unrestricted heels and quads. But
give us some fucking podcast payday at least. Come on.
We always talk about it though, man. But it's literally the product our crowd of wrestling fans have been waiting on.
Yeah.
And I'll always say it. I'll always love WWE. I watched Mania. Was whatever, but Austin shit was cool.
Yeah. It was entertaining.
It's entertainment. And I like the Jericho sports entertainer thing, but man, it's like, is this going to be the formula forever where Jericho grabs a bunch of guys, then gets them over and then makes another faction?
Yeah. I'm fine with it because I'm a faction guy, but
exactly.
How many
are we going to see?
I would have rather him be by himself for a little bit.
I think we need to see it
in between
Jericho solo run. Get these guys over and then let him do his thing. Because
what are we doing with Jake Hager? Like, he's sticking around Jericho, but he doesn't wrestle ever.
He needs to get in some more programs. But it's so many guys on this roster, man, that need that.
It's frustrating because you only have so much time and you have all these talented people.
So much talent. So it kind of that's where it begs the question.
And then you keep signing new people. Stop.
Yeah.
You got enough.
And maybe that's the plan though. Maybe the ROH thing, man. Maybe that's the deal. Is he wants those separate rosters, because if he's got both going,
now we know Cody's not running it. That was my idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tony.
Oh yeah,
but I'm ready to see what happens with that. If there's gonna be a streaming deal, because now that they're with Discovery, maybe it's Discovery Plus. Maybe that's where AEW is gonna go if they
not a bad app either.
No, that's actually
I've checked it out.
A lot better than Peacock.
Yeah. Oh, God, even watching Backlash, it was kind of trashy. I hate having to fucking find the season, and I'm like,
I don't. God, just tell me the date.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah,
I miss the fucking network, man.
The network was great. It was perfect.
Nothing wrong.
I get it. It's money. Whatever. It's Vince is a money guy.
I like money.
Whatever his name is.
We're money guys.
Nick Khan.
Nick Khan, yeah.
He's the CFO. So.
Speaking of money, he's coming up this week. ProWrestlingTees.com/Heels and Quads. Get your new t-shirt. Heels and Quads Hygienic Podcast.
For all you fans out there that need a deodorant.
Or for you fans that wear deodorant and want to join our movement.
Yeah.
Of helping fight the good fight. And raising awareness that good hygiene and being a wrestling fan, there's nothing wrong with
awareness. I just love that. I love that people on Twitter also, like, those people exist that are like, why are wrestling fans
that
stinky?
tweet I sent you?
Yeah.
I love that you went on Twitter just to retweet it, because your Twitter presence is.
I'm not a social media guy, man.
I get it. You're very
limited in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the word, but it's gone.
Sporadic.
Yes, sporadic.
That
is the word I was looking for.
Twitter.
Yeah. Which I mean, you're like that on all social media.
Yeah, I would say the one I'm on the most, and it's probably just scrolling and liking, is Instagram.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see you like a lot of stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, but Twitter's. I get on Twitter just to check news stuff every now and then, because a lot of stuff breaks on there.
Yeah, I'll get on it and not tweet.
Yeah,
I read more than I tweet, but I tweet a lot.
And Facebook Marketplace, that's also a spot I like to go.
I am not a fan.
Kind of dying.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's not very good. And now I get a lot of stuff that has to be shipped.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't trust that.
Every time
I want that, I'll go to eBay.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I open it up, I have to search for something and then search local only. And it's annoying that it doesn't just keep that filter. You have to do it every time you search.
Yeah.
Local only, local only.
It's the same thing with
shitty.
Walmart. When you go on that Walmart app and you gotta, it feels like every time I have to put my area code in so I can get my pickup order at the right Walmart location.
Yeah,
but
and then
it's
not always right.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's okay, but most of the time it's bad. And then like you have to like actually look at the product because like ramen is, I don't know why top ramen is so hard to get nowadays, but for whatever reason,
the pasta, the noodles.
For whatever reason, Walmart just doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
And like I went to add it to the cart and it said like $27.91. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it said 3-day shipping. I'm like, no, I don't. In store only. Thank you.
Shipping ramen. I'll have to pick you up some. I'll go to the Asian market here and pick you up a bunch of authentic.
Well, I mean, I can go to DG. They have top ramen.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like, what is it, like Fluffy Panda or something that Walmart carries now? I'm like, no. I need name brand ramen.
The Maruchan or whatever it is. Yeah, Walmart. Sometimes mine, I'll be like, I'll look for something and then I'll put in store, and I know it's there because I've seen it there, but it won't tell me it'll say it's not there.
Right.
So that app's kind of sketchy.
Well, yeah, and then like I'll do a Walmart order and they won't have like 4 things. I'll go in and they'll have all 4 things, and I'll be like, you could have just put it in here because now I have to come in. That defeats the purpose of a Walmart order. But I also have panic attacks in Walmart and anxiety attacks, so I'm like, I got to get the fuck out of here because there's too many fucking people. And I'm trying to shop and I feel rushed because somebody's always like behind you trying to get where you are. I'm like, oh, sorry. Because I'm a kind person.
I've never been a big like anxiety guy, dude, but I will tell you, sometimes I get a weird feeling where I'm like, I don't even know how to describe it, man. It's like everything's just, I don't know. It's like everything's closing in on me.
That's anxiety, dude.
Yeah. Then like last night we went to Walmart and I was just kind of like, it was like, it was in this haze and it was just, I don't know. It was weirding me out, man.
You feel
like
pressured.
Yeah.
Almost.
Like there was some
you have to
pressure,
hurry.
Something, I don't know. And then, but I just have fun with it. And then it kind of went away.
Just ride the
wave. Having fun with it. Yeah. Just ride the fucking wave of anxiety, man. Because I'm not really an anxious person. I never really had it, but now as I'm getting older,
dude, I never had it either, dude.
Yeah,
I've always been a stage.
You performed on stage, and shit. Yeah.
Never had it. Not once. Never.
It just happened.
Got nervous or anything. Just, I mean, I'd get like amped up, but I wasn't nervous. Like I wasn't scared to do it, but like I would get pumped up. Like my adrenaline's pumping. Like I'm ready to go. Basically, my mentality when I would get on stage was, I'm about to fuck these people.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, as I've gotten older, like I don't know, maybe it was the pandemic that fucked everything up.
I don't know, man. Like maybe it's in what they're feeding us, because a while back at a sales meeting, we have all these different breakouts, and one of them we had to present and one of the things we had to present like this food cost analysis thing. All right, enough about anxiety. Let's talk about what we're here for today. Oh my god.
Was there anything current you wanted to talk about?
Not that I saw. I didn't really look up any news sites. Let me go to what's yours again?
eWrestlingnews.
eWrestling.
Literally, if you're new to the podcast, I've been using eWrestling News since junior high. So we're looking at what, 20 years? Fuck.
Okay, so Moxley called out Hiroshi Tanahashi for the Capital Collision.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That'll be good. Okada's gonna be there. So, I remember what I was going to talk about. The huge announcement this week is apparently a stadium show at Soldier Field in Chicago for AEW in New Japan.
Oh, really?
That's
stadium.
That's
show.
What Uncle Dave is saying.
Well, Uncle Dave,
he doesn't always know.
He doesn't always know, but that does sound like something that would be a huge announcement.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, fuck yeah, it's stadium.
That'd be their first stadium show.
Technically, yeah. The first big show was the tennis stadium they did in New York.
Oh, what was that?
Arthur Ashe Stadium.
But I mean, what
Queens.
was
That was it was Bryan Danielson's first match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But this is their first like legit stadium.
Yeah.
Because it's
yeah.
I mean it's a fucking football stadium.
I think we get AEW, ROH, and Japan if they're doing a stadium.
Oh yeah.
Like ROH title.
Technically it'd be all three, yeah.
Yeah. Super show. I
want to see what the capacity is at Soldier Field. And obviously it's more because you can put the ring in there and then put seats around that.
Yeah, it's not a football field. Or Soldier is baseball.
Soldier football.
Soldier is football. Okay, that's the Bears. Yeah.
Okay,
what's the baseball one?
Wrigley.
Yeah.
Capacity is 61,500. So I'm saying you could probably squeeze another 3,000-4,000 on the field, maybe not that much.
Well, I mean, is that capacity like top capacity ever? Like whether it was
I would think that's a football capacity.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean,
how many people do you think could fit on a football field with a wrestling ring around it?
I mean, I don't know how many people are on the floor usually. That's a couple thousand.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2, 3, 4, maybe 5,000. Maybe 5
to be safe.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
that's a lot of fucking
big
people,
area.
though. Yeah, it's a big area, but it's also 5,000 fucking people, and that's a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm not too educated on.
I don't know
that.
I don't know, but you think about it like an arena, like MSG does, like 18 to 20,000, depending on what kind of show it is.
Yeah,
and it's not the biggest place. And even like, around here, like Kansas City, what is it? Sprint Center or whatever. I think they just changed it. T-Mobile Center or whatever it is.
They just changed it to something else.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cause T-Mobile bought Sprint. That's why.
Yeah.
But I think that the capacity there's like 22,000. And that's not a huge place either.
When is it? Did it say when they might be running this show?
I think it was June or July. I
This
think it was
year?
I think it was like end of June.
Huh. I don't know.
Is that enough time to sell that many fucking tickets?
That's what I'm getting at.
That's a lot of tickies.
That is a lot and you better have you better start building it, and you better have some big matches.
Yeah.
On that card.
That's one you gotta have Okada for.
Yeah. Yes.
Gotta have Okada.
And that's one you really
maybe that's where
Kenny.
you have Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny Okada in the States in a stadium. Now we're fucking cooking.
Yeah. And you have Punk, Adam Cole. I mean, it's got to be
to go to that
big show. Yeah. I wonder if it'll be a pay-per-view or what.
That's a good question.
Because
it
also
can't be a Dynamite.
No,
it can't be a Dynamite.
No, that's got to be a special fight or pay-per-view, something, because that's big, man. And see, that's another thing I'm always thinking about with this company is Tony just puts that shit all out. He goes all in, man. I mean, the name is perfect for all in. All
and
out.
That's what they were thinking about calling it all in too.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you think it's all just one big dig at Cody?
Yeah. Thought we were doing all in too.
Yeah. I love that, dude. That's so funny.
If they can sell that, if they're confident they can sell that many tickets and then actually execute, that'd be great. But it's you got to wonder, what does it cost them to run that show? And if it shits the bed,
I mean, obviously they're going to get help from New Japan.
Yeah, of course. So. But those New Japan fans are also the AEW fans, and those Ring of Honor fans are also the AEW. That fan base is still, it's the same fan base. You're not reaching out to.
But by doing it in Chicago, they're doing it the right way, because that's the hub.
Kind of a hub, man.
Middle of America. Either way, you're not flying across the country. You're only flying halfway if you're coming from New York or California.
Yeah.
Obviously it's for us, it's not as bad as having to go, somewhere else.
No, to the West Coast or East Coast or whatever. And you are, I guess what I said to take some of that back, being that is the hub, like you said, you're gonna grab some WWE fans.
Sure.
Because they're gonna be
curious.
Oh shit, I get to see Moxley, I get to see Punk, I get to see Cole, I get to see Danielson, those big names that came from the Fed or They were in the Fed or
in
whatever.
in a stadium setting, like a WrestleMania,
a WWE
type.
type setting.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's still a wrestling show. It's still entertainment. So yeah, I think you're gonna grab some stuff, but I don't want to be the guy to doubt them, man, because they sold out for All In. So, and that was only 10,000 though, or
29 minutes
11,000.
and 36 seconds or something like that.
Yeah. So this one, it's like you got to wonder. I don't know. It's a big announcement. There will be the people that buy tickets immediately just because they do, because all wrestling fans have this expendable money. And
use some of that by going to prowrestlingtees.com/heels and quads and patreon.com/heels.
Please do. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be a success, but I don't know that they're going to sell out every seat.
Yeah.
I mean, the WWE doesn't even do that. That's just the nature of the world we live in right now.
Right. And yeah, you're right, because WrestleMania wasn't close to a sellout.
No.
But
Still
also
a lot of
their
people.
tickets are fucking expensive.
Yeah,
if
this isn't gonna
AEW
be
made
expensive.
it affordable,
Yeah.
which I mean, I looked for the Kansas City and St. Louis shows. Their ticket prices have went up.
The AEW ones? Yeah. I think just everything in the world has went up.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like you said, that's the world we fucking live in. But you got to think about gas, food, hotel, all that. I mean,
Travel, flights, all that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at a fucking $2,000-$3,000 fucking trip.
Yeah.
For that's
Because you're
two
going to
people.
spend money while you're there too. You're going
buy
to
a
eat.
t-shirt,
You're going to buy a tee. You're going to maybe go to the Pro Wrestling Tee store and buy too many t-shirts. Yeah, it's if that is in fact what it is, cool. I hope it goes well, and I'll look forward to watching it. I probably won't be there, but I'm
not traveling anymore.
No,
ever again.
No, I think I do enough travel with my job. So anyways, yeah, if that's it, cool. I look forward to I hope it's a success. I really do.
Me too.
All right.
And yeah, I look forward to watching it on TV.
Yeah.
And probably doing a watch along.
Yeah, we're definitely doing a review. Backlash 2002. Let's talk about
let's get it.
the main event of the evening. 2002.
Hollywood Uncle Terry.
Hollywood Uncle Terry. One of my favorite years in the WWE/F history. I just really liked.
And this is one of those I was in and out of, so I'm enjoying going back and rewatching it.
Watching this stuff, yeah.
I mean, I watched this one because obviously it was Uncle Terry, but
yeah, like you watched it back then,
yeah,
because of Uncle. Okay,
yeah. I wouldn't watch Raw or SmackDown, but I would I would see the card for the pay-per-view and I'm like, all right, I'll get this.
Man, in 2002, SmackDown had Raw beat, I think, pretty much the whole year.
Yeah,
until maybe late year.
Yeah, SmackDown was pretty solid.
SmackDown
02,
was
05.
Awesome in 02. Yeah. I was kind of in and out in 02. I partially remember some of this stuff for Backlash, but it was like I watched the build to Mania. And then I kind of got out, did my own thing, but I was in and out. The summer, I don't remember a lot of. That's why I really love because I remember some of the build to Judgment Day and the fallout from it. And then Vengeance, I don't really remember being a part of. SummerSlam, I don't remember being a part of because I didn't really know. I didn't figure out who Brock was until 03. So
I remember SummerSlam 02 because HBK coming back.
Yeah. So maybe I did. I don't know. I was in and out. But yeah, anyway. So Backlash 02 was April 21st, 2002. It was in Kansas City at the Kemper Arena. It says that it was the first event at Kemper Arena since the Over the Edge 99. 12,489 people. It says there was 400,000 buys because it's a pretty good buy rate for this because
Uncle Terry.
Dude, it's a pretty hot card. I mean, the card was executed pretty well.
Yeah.
The tagline, one man's journey to stand alone. So the Sunday Night Heat, Big Show defeated Steven Richards and Justin Credible in a handicap match in 2 minutes and 11 seconds. I want to go back and watch some of the 2002 Sunday Night Heats. I never forget being a kid looking forward to Sunday Night Heat, not being able to watch the pay-per-view, but like I get to see the stage set up. I was always the most excited to see the stage set up.
Yeah. Every time we do one of these and you see on Wikipedia, like there's a Sunday Night Heat match, I'm always like, man, we should watch that too. Just so we can really get into it.
I don't know if they got the 02 Heats on there though. I don't know if they put.
You can probably find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think the ones that aren't on Peacock are usually on YouTube. That's like if I want to watch like a random like Shotgun Saturday Night, I'll watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I've watched.
Yeah,
that
those are fun.
What is it? Metal
and
Jacked
Jacked.
or whatever?
Yeah.
Those are fun shows.
Yeah, this stage setup is fucking sweet too.
Man, I love the Backlash setup was always
little
dope.
claw thing.
Yeah. Backlash was always so cool, and it has the 2002 theme song, like some like alternative new metal type song.
Yeah.
There's
all this. They all sounded the same.
Yeah, they all did. Yeah. It opened with Tajiri defeating Billy Kidman to win the Cruiserweight Championship. He spit the mist in his face. It was 9 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yeah, and see, I don't remember Tori Wilson being with Tajiri.
I think it was short-lived.
Okay, because when she came out with him, I was like, I mean, it makes sense because it was Kidman and they were together forever. So I guess maybe she turned on Kidman.
Shoot, they were actually together.
Yeah. I don't remember if they were married or engaged or something, but they were together for a while.
I think.
Shout out to Kidman.
Yeah, no shit. Kidman can pull some stuff. I think. What was I gonna say? I think she was like wanting to turn on Tajiri here because she wasn't happy with the way he treated her and stuff. So that's kind of the thing. Because like when Kidman was getting some near falls, she was getting excited. You could kind of see. So
yeah. It was like she was very reminiscent of Kimberly Page here.
Yeah, very much so. But anyways, it was a decent little opener. It wasn't like a super fast cruiserweight match, but it was a good opener.
This is kind of when like the cruiserweight, like the WCW guys kind of bulked up for the Fed.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't as fast paced, and they didn't have as many small guys. And Ray was like always in the bigger title pictures. So,
yeah, because he was a bigger star. I think that was Vince knew Ray was like he was going to sell some merch. Those masks, man. He saw dollars when he saw that mask.
Ka-ching!
And if you notice, it was the light heavyweight championship. It wasn't quite the actual cruiserweight title yet. This was still it was a different. I think it was the light heavyweight championship still. It could be wrong.
I didn't notice that.
It did not say cruiserweight. It was like the classic. Because I don't remember what exactly the light heavyweight title looked like.
It was like an upside down triangle, kind of.
Let me see this real quick. Because the cruiserweight one, like I definitely remember that.
Yeah.
Well, WWF Light Heavy Championship.
This is also the last pay-per-view to be WWF.
Yes, this was the final one under the
Insurrection came the night before they changed, but Insurrection was UK only pay-per-view. We didn't get that until VHS, DVD, all that.
Well, this must be, hold on here. I want to look this up because this must be like a transitional cruiserweight championship. Cruiserweight championship, because it definitely looked like it wasn't this one, you know?
Right.
Like it wasn't that one. It was a earlier model than that. It wasn't the WCW one. So I'm not really sure what it was because it wasn't the light heavyweight, like the 1998 light heavyweight championship. It was definitely different. But anyways, you check it out if you watch it again or whatever. But anyways, yeah, it was a decent little opener.
I'm trying to find it now too because I'm curious as to what.
I'll keep rolling if you're looking. Then we got Scott Hall defeating Bradshaw in 5 minutes and 43 seconds. Scott Hall had X-Pac with him. And then this was after the brand split. So Bradshaw and Farouk talked backstage for a second, but whenever Bradshaw came out and it looked like it was going to be 2-on-1, Farouk's music hit and Farouk came out to back up Bradshaw. Because I think Bradshaw was on Raw, Farouk was on SmackDown.
Yeah, because the draft, they split them up. Was there a story behind the Bradshaw Scott Hall match? Because I was kind of lost.
Not really. I think it was like something. It was probably on the Go Home show, and they just threw it on the card.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing a video package for this.
No, it kind of. I think it was kind of just thrown on there.
Happened, which is a shame.
Yeah, the match was fine. I mean, it was two big dudes working out there, hard hitting, and
I've got the match pulled up, so I'm trying to get a screenshot of this title so we can see it.
oh, okay. Yeah, it'll be like at the start when they show it on the screen. They did show it on there.
It's not
different.
What he came out with.
No, it's what he came out with.
Okay,
he did
because he's coming out
with
right now. So,
well, it's that, and then if you want to see a close up of it,
oh
it shows it on the screen.
yeah.
It's like it's a totally different title. It's not 90s light heavy, and it's not like the cruiserweight that came.
I got
after that.
I got it. Hang on.
Because what the current cruiserweight belt is that weird purple one.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. I don't hate that one. But anyways, yeah. Scott and Bradshaw. Just to finish that off. Do you got it pulled up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different, man. I don't know if that was like what do you call it? Like a draft of the title, like a first draft of it.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's different.
Yeah.
Will you screenshot that and send it to me? You still have it pulled up?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Because I want to look at it closer. There's kind of a glare on the screen. Yeah. It's almost WCW-esque. Yeah.
Yeah, almost,
WWF
yeah.
World Cruiserweight Wrestling Champion. Totally different belt, man.
I never knew that. That's wild.
Yeah, and I don't know how long they used that belt.
Yeah. I wonder who has it now. You think it's in like the warehouse or whatever?
Probably, yeah. I'm sure there's copies out there, but it seems like it was around so short that maybe that's the only one.
Because I only remember like the one that you showed before.
Yeah.
As far as WWF, and then until the purple one, whatever. Anyways,
yeah.
Okay,
Scott Hall, Bradshaw.
We got that figured out.
Yeah. Scott Hall and Bradshaw was a decent little match. It was kind of some NWO fuckery for Scott to win. Two big dudes, hard hitting clotheslines, slams, all that good stuff. But yeah, it was fine.
What was it? Bradshaw hit the clothesline from hell, and then
there was, what was the fuckery that happened? X-Pac did something.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly. I was kind of watching and doing other stuff.
Which I hated it because I looked at the card before I watched it, and I was like, oh, it's Scott Hall and Bradshaw. So Scott Hall had so few matches. I was like, in my mind, I was invested. But once I started, then I'm like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
I hate that, but it happens.
Then we had Jazz defeating Trish Stratus by submission to retain the women's championship in 4 minutes, 29 seconds. Not
Show
a terrible
alum
match.
Jazz.
Yeah, show alum Jazz. Not a terrible 2000 and early 2000s women's match, because it's Jazz and Trish, two good workers.
Yeah.
But
this is still before Trish got really good.
Yeah.
But she was still decent. She wasn't green as goose shit as she was.
She kind of really came into her own. It was probably like that 04-ish.
Yeah.
She started getting a lot better. I'm sure somebody's like, yeah, but don't you remember on Raw in 2003 whenever? No, I don't.
No.
I don't remember that. But yeah, it was fine. It was a little, kind of a popcorn match for me.
Yeah.
And then we got Brock Lesnar, I think making his pay-per-view debut here. Maybe his in-ring debut. I can't remember. I think he might have had a match with one of the Hardys on Raw previously.
And he did like the darks.
Yeah.
Where he there was the one where he came out with Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
That's so weird, man. I wish that would have kind of stuck. I would have loved to see Jesse back in the Fed right here.
We all know Paulie Dangerously is the man though, but he beats Jeff here by TKO just to make him look super strong. But I will say 5 minutes, 32 seconds. I will say Jeff Hardy was the perfect guy for him to have this match with, because the way Jeff sells and can just look like he's just been destroyed. Dude, he's the perfect guy for Brock to take. And
it's not a nobody. Like Jeff Hardy's a name.
Yeah, it's a big name, and he gets his offense in and stuff too, but like to no avail. Like it's just
right.
Brock just destroys him. He power bombs the shit out of him. He F5s him, and then they TKO it. The ref calls it. Like the way Jeff can flail around and then just be like limp, and the way he takes slams and shit, like he's just so good at that against a big guy.
Yeah, so, and he didn't look bad.
No, of course not.
Obviously, and Brock's a freak athlete. He's powerful.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
overpowering, and he, obviously towers Jeff, and in mass, he's just much bigger.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do anything, obviously, to affect Jeff Hardy going forward. I mean, he's still fucking around, for Christ's sake.
Still over like Rover. The Hardy Boys always will be, always and forever. But yeah, I think it was the perfect opponent for him. And Paul Heyman and the thong thing, though, man, that was weird. Smelling her thongs and pulling them out of her suitcase and and why did she have so many thongs in there?
Why are there so many thongs? How many days were you on the road?
Neon colored thongs.
Yeah.
It was weird.
That's a Vince thing.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
He's like, you're gonna love the thongs.
Oh my! Really bury your face in it.
Oh, it was cringy, man.
I'll never understand a panty sniffer. That's weird.
No,
it's
never.
So never. Gross.
No.
Like, I mean, if you're into it, cool for you. But to me, I mean, girls fart and ugh.
Everybody farts and shits and pisses. Yeah, that's gross. Panties. Yeah, you're frozen up right now like this. There we go. You're back. Anyways, yeah, so that was that match. And that's, man, if we could just have 2002 to 2004 Brock Lesnar back now, I would be okay with it, because he was just, it worked totally different. He worked matches differently, but now it's all MMA, whatever. It'll never change. The Kurt Angle and Edge feud kind of started before this. It leads into Judgment Day and the hair match, obviously, but Kurt Angle defeats Edge here, 13 minutes, 25 seconds. Fantastic match.
Yes.
I do remember the Raw or Smack. I think it was a SmackDown where Edge is giving him the pictures and it's saying like, I suck and like all that. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too. And I don't know if I watched that SmackDown or I've just seen clips over the years, but I
think it's the clips.
Yeah.
But great match, man. I mean, this is kind of where the card like starts getting in really good
picking up
territory. Yeah, because Angle and Edge, again, your SmackDown guys that's what was it, the Big Five or Big Six or whatever back then on SmackDown. Edge, Guerrero, Kurt, Benoit, Taker. Like, SmackDown was stacked back then, man. And at the time, maybe it wasn't like, at the time, maybe people didn't realize, but I think, well, probably did, because
going back and watching Raw and SmackDown this time, you can see the balance. Like SmackDown, there was no A and B show.
No, it
was two different things.
It was teetering where SmackDown was A here. Raw was still treated like the A show, but
I like the look of SmackDown better.
So much with the fist and then the blue robes, the silver apron and the black
different
apron.
ref shirts and it just seemed a little more fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Raw always seemed like kind of a vintage-esque show. I just don't like red, so I think that might have been.
I'm a blue guy for sure, so I've always liked SmackDown. And then when SmackDown would run the black ropes, I really liked that.
Yeah,
so
this one here is black ropes, right? Because the pay-per-views they always did.
They always did black ropes.
Black ropes, yeah. Because it was together.
Still take black over white ropes any day of the week. Still today, man. Or blue, red, even red on a pay-per-view. I'm good with that.
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue would be amazing. But anyways, Kurt and Edge was a great match. Both of them looked awesome.
I think I like the Judgment Day match better, though.
I think so. Stipulation helps, and it was this match like with a little bit added.
Yeah.
It was probably about 6-7 minutes longer. Yeah, it was a good one. I think if I remember correctly, it was longer. Anyways, then we get Eddie Guerrero defeating Rob Van Dam for the Intercontinental title. 11 minutes, 43 seconds.
Not long enough.
Not long enough, man, because this was another banger of a match.
And those two are always going to put on a fucking heater of a match.
The frog splash guys. Yeah. And RVD, he's a big dude, but he moves around just like Eddie.
Yeah.
He's so agile.
Eddie wasn't quite beefy yet.
He was beefy, but he wasn't quite beefy,
but he wasn't
like 04 Eddie.
Yeah, he wasn't a meat mountain.
Yeah.
He'd become later.
And he was doing his cheating to win thing here, kind of the beginning
love
of
dude.
Live cheats. Dude, Benoit was an amazing wrestler, and he was like top like 3 like in-ring workers around this time period.
Yep.
Fuck, it's hard to beat Eddie, dude. Yeah. Eddie was so
I will always love the lie, cheat, steal Eddie, and he kind of always like was that guy, even in WCW. But like in these years, like on SmackDown, like when he would hit somebody with it or go to get a chair or whatever, and then like throw it to them, they'd catch it and then he'd fall down. Dude, that shit was so fucking good.
So
and like
good.
no, like in the history of wrestling going back, nobody had that kind of mentality.
No,
it was fucking perfect. And nobody could have executed it as good as Eddie.
If that came from the mind of Eddie, which I think it did,
I think it had to.
Dude, just the wrestling brain that Eddie Guerrero has. I have his book, and I think I've skimmed through it, but I've never read the full thing. I need to.
Speaking of which, did you get your Sheik book?
I did, and I wanted to talk about that. It had fucking so many ants on it. It was in a package or whatever.
Right. Came from
there was
Toronto.
Ants all up in it. Yeah. And Mariah called me and she's like, hey, you got a book in the mail, but like there's ants all over it. So the cover, the like side of it, and then the first couple of pages are a bunch of dead ants in it. So, I got my Sheik book though. I got to read it. So
Shout out.
You too.
So also ECW Press. Go to our Twitter. I'm going to keep it running a little bit because I'd like to get some more people involved. It's a free fucking book. And all you gotta do is retweet the tweet. I'll pin it actually before this episode comes out. That way it's easily findable, accessible, something. I don't know. But yeah, retweet, follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/Heels and Quads Wrestling Podcast. Do all that, and then and I'll do the randomizer, pick a winner, and they'll ship you a book.
But we still like our copies are our copies. They're gonna ship them our copies.
Yeah. Okay. Those are our copies. And then nobody wants a copy with that ants all over it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll send it to somebody once I get done reading it, if somebody wants it.
Like, if you can.
Yeah.
With all the dead ants. What's up with that?
I don't know. I'll send you a picture after the show.
You think it's a Canada thing, or you think
I don't know, man. I mean, our mailbox gets ants in it sometimes, and I don't know why.
Okay.
But like the package was all wet, and
that was a little wet.
Yeah, it was pretty dry. It was pretty dry. It was all air. It's coming from the colon. Not to be confused with Epico and Primo.
Or Carlos or Carlito.
Yeah, not to be confused, but
anyway,
do all that, and you get a free Blood and Fire Sheik book.
Yeah.
The story of
the OG Sheik with foreword by Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
Tie it back around.
It's going to be a good book, man. I'm almost done with JR's book. I read slow. I don't read a lot.
Yeah.
So
I love how many books I buy and just
don't 100%.
read them.
I have a shelf full of books I've bought that like I've read half, 3/4, some I've finished.
Yeah.
Like Al Jorgensen, the singer of Ministry, I've read his twice because I just love the book. But anyways, yeah. All right. Kurt Angle defeated Edge. Yes, it was a fucking awesome match. Eddie Guerrero defeated Rob Van Dam. It was an awesome match. I can't remember what he does to get the win at the end. It was the title. He hits him with the title and then hits the frog splash. Yeah. So, lie, cheat, steal. Awesome. Eddie Guerrero, one of my favorites of all time. Plus, he's a little guy. So that's another reason why he's one of my favorites. He's a smaller dude. Him and Ben. Then we get Taker defeating Stone Cold, #1 contender match with Ric Flair as a special guest ref, 27 minutes and 3 seconds. I think the match went too long, only because it kind of started to get a little repetitive.
After Flair and Taker at Mania, right?
Yeah, right after.
Okay, yeah. Because I was trying to still figure out why Ric Flair was involved.
Because he was the GM or the owner of Raw at this. This is when they supposedly were the owners.
They just did the draft.
Yeah, and he wanted to call it straight down the middle or something.
Yeah, he bought 50% of the company or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's in charge of Raw. Vince is in charge of SmackDown.
Right.
That was the story at the time. But it was a good match. I'm always down to watch Stone Cold and The Undertaker, but I was watching it as I was falling asleep in bed last night, and I was kind of like, I got to the point where I was dozing. I was like, dude, I'm just ready for it to end.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't say it was too long, but if they would have just had some more different spots in it.
Well, it was,
I don't know how to describe
Austin and Taker had such a long run together and had wrestled each other so much. It just felt like it was continuous, even though Taker's a completely different character here. technically.
And that I liked that
Yeah.
because he never faced the badass Taker.
Right. But it was still an Austin Taker match.
Yeah. It was
Because
a brawl.
this is obviously before Taker goes a little more like MMA with the gloves and shit, but it was Booger Red.
It was Booger Red. Yeah. I mean, the match was fine. It just, I think
They're not going to
like,
put on a stinker, but it's
no, I think 22 to 24 minutes would have been perfect. That extra like 5 or 6 minutes was kind of, could have did without it, but it's also like, I digested it fine.
Yeah.
But
you got
it's not SummerSlam 98. I think it's still a better match, even though that's not
Thanks
even
a lot,
best
Dad,
match.
by the way, for the tape.
Yeah. I wanted to get that out there.
Been a while.
Yeah. But anyways, it was good. So Taker becomes the number one contender. He wanted to be the number one contender. Well, you see at the end of the show, he wanted to face Uncle Terry. Spoiler alert. But that's the only reason we're doing this.
Well, and it makes sense because Taker won his first title from Terry.
Yeah.
And at Survivor Series 91.
11
year
years
anniversary. Yeah, the year anniversary of Taker's debut at Survivor Series 90. He wins the title. Jack Tunney reverses the decision, vacates the title, or when Terry wins it back at Tuesday in Texas, the following Tuesday.
They did a pay-per-view just for Terry.
So fucking weird, dude. I love this Tuesday in Texas. This is one of my favorite pay-per-views to just watch when I'm
never seen it.
It's good.
I gotta watch it.
And then it's if you can see that in the build going forward to Judgment Day. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it was a good match. I liked it just, I think there's something about the match that feels off because it just doesn't really mean anything because Stone Cold's about to leave. Like now that hindsight.
Now, looking back.
At the time.
But also you kind of wanted Austin to win because if Terry won, then you were going to get Stone Cold and Terry finally.
Which you weren't going to get anyway because they didn't want to work each other.
Right. But we didn't know that back then.
We didn't.
Plus we were childs.
Yeah, we were childrens. But yeah, it's just you kind of know he's leaving soon.
I'm 15 when this happened, or 14, almost 15.
I think I'm 9. Yeah. Anyways, it was a fine match, just a little long. Billy and Chuck then defeated Maven and Al Snow. 5 minutes 58 seconds.
So
good to me.
One of the best fucking
Billy and Chuck.
One of the best themes ever.
Yeah. Great tag team.
Yeah.
Because they dominated the SmackDown tag scene at this time. They were like always champions.
And they were they were so fucking over, dude.
Yeah, man.
Everybody liked
Billy
them.
and Chuck. Yeah. With Rico.
Fucking Rico, dude. Best sideburns in the game, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. And Maven here. This is kind of before he disappears, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he was around for a little bit. Al Snow, always a pleasure to watch him work, just knowing that he's the badass trainer he is now.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Didn't get his due.
It was your little come down match before the main.
Yeah.
And then we get the main. Which I love this rendition of Hollywood Hogan. Hollywood Hulk Hogan defeated Triple H to win the undisputed title in 22 minutes and 4 seconds.
This is your favorite Uncle Terry.
It's tough to say because I really like straight up Hollywood, but I think this is my favorite Uncle Terry because I love that it's Hollywood with the blue and red tie-dye pants. And he's just burnt hot dog as can be.
Yeah.
I love this Uncle Terry, but I think Hollywood, like actual NWO Hollywood is my favorite. But this is for sure number 2.
Hollywood Uncle Terry. Like,
yeah, he was so good.
WCW, super fucking burnt crispy hot dog. Like that fart.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was Hollywood Hogan's the best heel of all time, I think.
So good.
I mean, it's hard.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I mean, Vince, Piper. It's hard to beat those kind of guys. But fuck, man, Hollywood Hogan was such a fucking and I mean, it didn't matter to me because I was Hogan regardless. I didn't give a shit.
No matter what.
Like, I wasn't the kid in the crowd crying. I mean, I was shocked when it happened, but I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
But it's almost exciting when he turns heel because you're like, oh man, I've never seen this.
Yeah. Something different.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was the crowd was turning on him and shit and, whatever. But yeah, here, I liked when they came back as NWO, but I was glad when he went back to the red and yellow.
Yeah.
Because
now you didn't think he'd get that run.
at that point, other than the WCW, like at the end when he did it, but then he kept going back and forth, and then he didn't know what the fuck he wanted to do, and that was weird. I didn't like that.
He didn't know what worked for him, brother.
Yeah, and then he wore like the fucking Fumba or whatever the fuck on the jacket that he had, like the tank, like the denim vest jacket thing he had.
Oh,
like,
yes.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like 2000.
FUMB or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know what
but,
that was.
Yeah, but this run was cool. And because he still came out to, did he come out to Real American yet?
No, right here was Voodoo Child.
It's still
it has
Voodoo
that
Child.
Weird dub.
Yeah, and it's trash.
Wow, wow, wow. And you can just tell it's a dub because it's like,
what?
It doesn't sound right with the audio. But anyways,
he doesn't, because he doesn't do Real American until the summer, maybe
3, I think. Well, I know at Judgment Day he comes out to this weird song. Well, Voodoo Child at the time. It's after.
I thought when him and Edge teamed, he did Real American.
He did do Real American then, because that was
4th of July too.
Was that 03?
I thought that was 02.
That was 02 because I think he leaves after Mania 03. I think
we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, it was.
Well, he's gone for like the fall of 02.
Yeah,
and then he comes back. He comes back and wrestles Vince at Mania, and then he does the Mr. America thing, and then he's gone till 05.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so 02 summer is him and Edge. They're the tag team or whatever. That's like, because I think on Vengeance or something like that, he's in a tag belt match or something like that. This
time period is so weird.
It's very hazy. Let me go to that. There's Insurrection. I don't know that he was on that because that didn't work for him, brother. That was overseas. King of the Ring. I don't remember if Terry was on King of the Ring or not. Was he? Yeah. Kurt Angle beat Hulk Hogan at King of the Ring 02.
Okay, yeah. That's right.
And Vengeance, I think.
And Brock wins the King of the Ring, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It gets a little fucking hazy here.
And then Vengeance,
and like we talked about, we were in and out. So
yeah, I can never remember. It's like one of my favorite years in wrestling.
Yeah,
but I can never remember. And then Vengeance, the Un-Americans take the belts from Edge and Hollywood Hulk Hogan because Edge and Hollywood have the titles at that time. So yeah, I go back to Backlash. All right.
Sorry.
You're good. I just wanted to double fact check that. We'll have to do Vengeance too.
We fucking start getting on a rant and like looking shit up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's interesting.
Let's do Vengeance 02 this year too.
Oh yeah.
And King of the Ring. We haven't done King of the Ring.
Yeah, I'm cool with running 02. We did Judgment Day already.
Yeah, because I'm looking forward to getting to the fall, to those late 02.
Maybe I'll go back because I've been talking about this for so long, going back and re-editing, but it's hard. It's hard to listen to stuff we did years ago early.
Some of it's rough,
cringy, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about me being a fucking drunk piece of shit.
No,
I'm talking about just like, ugh. We didn't have a flow.
Yeah.
We didn't
much
have
better
like
now.
Yeah. It was bad. I put the first episode on like 2 weeks ago because I was going to re-edit it.
Oof. That's hard to listen to.
And I had a dip in my mouth. Don't ever fucking podcast and dip because you sound like you got a list.
But anyways.
Yeah. So hang on.
Do your thing.
What I was
talk
saying
about a flow. We don't have one now.
I was going to re-edit Judgment Day 02 and put it out on like an off week. That way,
cool.
Yeah, that way there's something out. Like like Heels and Quads Rewind or something we'll call it.
Fuck yeah,
that sounds kind of cool. Yeah.
Because I'll watch Judgment Day next month.
Yeah.
20 years.
But yeah, I don't want to review it again because we've already done it. I just re-edit it and put it out.
Revisited.
Yeah, clean it up a bit.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry.
Terry and Paul.
Yeah.
What did you
Uncle
think
Terry
about
and Uncle Paul?
I enjoyed the match.
It was good. I mean, Terry clearly is not the Terry.
Until he's got back problems.
A little slower.
Yeah.
Trips, carries the match. The thing that got me more than anything is not the match, the opening promo of the pay-per-view. Terry, very Terry, Balea voiced, calm down, brother. Yeah. Talks about, how he wrestled The Rock at Mania, and then how now The Rock, even though he beat Terry, he's a full-fledged Hulkamaniac, brother.
Yes.
I fucking laughed for probably 5 minutes. I had to go back and finish watching the Triple H part because I was laughing so hard. But and then the Triple H part, it's I consider it an honor to be in the ring with Hogan and
yeah.
And I'm like, man, that kind of like set the table for the pay-per-view. Like I was looking forward to watching it.
This is a cool match.
I'd seen it before, but it was like, I don't know, man. I guess I never paid attention to that promo. Maybe I'd never watched the whole pay-per-view. Maybe. I don't know.
It was a short build, man. It's only a month.
Yeah.
I mean, I say only a month, but
yeah, barely though. Because I mean, he was still talking about The Rock, and it takes time to get him out of the NWO and put the red and yellow back on, all that stuff. But yeah, I thought it was cool. It's definitely better than the Undertaker Terry match at Judgment Day.
I think so, and I think that might just be with the size
and
issue
the finish was
and the finish. Yeah, that was rough.
I didn't like the way it ended. I wish they could have went back and like Vince go back out there and do it again.
And do it again, yeah.
Back in the day.
I think this match is good because I mean it's not like some Meltzer 5-star match,
right?
This is a fucking classic Uncle Terry match, and the reason why is because he's in there with Triple H.
Yeah,
and that's nothing against the Undertaker because the Undertaker make people look good too. But I think it was just the fact that
this
they're too big.
Triple H was fucking nobody was working better than Triple H.
No, Trips was he was
so
on
good.
top, man. And another thing about it too, I really like is that Trips is still kind of the baby face right here, and I was thinking about it. And I was like, oh, he'd been heel for so long, but not really because DX, he was kind of a baby face. It's just that 2000, 2001, like just bad heel Triple H. And then he gets injured.
Like 06.
Yeah. Like it's a nice breath of fresh air here.
But yeah, he gets injured. He comes back and he's a baby face.
And he's a baby face. And the pop was amazing.
Yeah.
I like Trips as a face here for a short period, but he goes back to heel, I think, summer with the Shawn Michaels thing. So like Vengeance-ish. I don't know what Trips did on Vengeance. I don't know if he was on that card or not, but yeah.
Were they still doing the pay-per-views together? They were still doing the pay-per-views together.
All of 02 was together.
Yeah.
Even 03.
04 is when they start the
04 is when they separated.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me go to, let's see, King of the Ring. Who was the title match on that? Triple H and Taker.
Yeah.
And then Vengeance, I want to say Trips wasn't on that card. Yeah, he's not on the Vengeance card. I don't know why, but he's not.
I don't remember if we talked about it when we did Judgment Day because I think we did it like 2 years ago. But I want to think that when Hogan agreed to come back, he goes, okay, but I want to run with the strap, brother. And he does call it a belt in the
he did call it a belt in the promo. I noticed that.
I want to say it had to have been part of the deal. Like I want to
even the strap.
Yeah. Even though it's a month, but he'd only been there for a month when he wins it, give or take, or 2 months. But the first month they didn't really do anything until he wrestled The Rock.
Yeah. Let's see. So the belt, Jericho drops it to Hunter at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter drops it to Terry at Backlash.
The next month,
Terry drops it to Taker
the next
Judgment
month.
Day, and then Taker retains at King of the Ring, and then Taker drops it at Vengeance to The Rock, and then The Rock drops it to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Hot potato with the belt too.
It's a pretty eventful summer, but sometimes I like that, because I just like different I like the long-term champion, but I also really like when it's like I like those month run guys, man.
I like the transitional champions because sometimes it can be too long, like now what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And it's like if they change, it's only to these certain people.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding the Big E run, which I was happy he got it. But even like when I was a kid, like, Hulkamania, whatever, running wild, I was into it. He was a champion, he was the face, but that made sense because that company was still building then.
Yeah.
But then, 90, 91, they start kind of, let's see what we can do here. Like Terry he's on his way out. He's making movies, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's refreshing, like to go back and watch this because you're like, hang on, who was the champion this month? You know,
Yeah.
so it's not like coming up when Triple H holds the World Heavyweight Championship for like 17 years. And then it went straight from Triple H to fucking Randy, and then it went to
back to Triple H.
Yeah.
Because Randy was that 1 month champion. He won it at SummerSlam from Benoit. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, it went from Benoit to Randy, and then Trips gets it at Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Which is a good program. Because Randy, that's when the
and also
02,
right? Sean wins the World Heavyweight at
Survivor
Series. And which we've never done that, which is weird. Because we talk about it a lot, but we've never reviewed it.
And he drops it to Triple H.
And then he drops it at Armageddon.
Yep. Because Trips gets
given. It's full of fucking champions.
A lot of title changes. Trips is given the title, the World Heavyweight title around Unforgiven. And then he faces, I think, Kane or RVD at Unforgiven for the title. He retains it.
Kane.
Yeah.
Bischoff gives him the title.
Bischoff gives him the title because
Bischoff's getting ready to come in pretty quick.
Yeah, he comes in the summer, I think.
Yeah, like July,
I believe. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so around Vengeance.
Yeah, he covers. He takes over Raw because that's kind of something there. Like Flair there must be a story that gets Flair out of there.
I wonder if it's the name change that's fucking with all this.
I don't know, man. I really
because I feel like at this point, obviously
rebranding.
It's a month away. They know they're changing the name, right?
Oh, for sure. They're in negotiations right now.
Yeah, they're in court still probably at this time.
Yeah.
Fuck,
the
man.
World Wildlife.
02 is wild. I'm actually kind of excited.
It's a roller coaster, man. Yeah, it's one of those years where I went back and watched some of the summer Raws and the SmackDowns just to kind of, because like a lot of the stories, I didn't know what was going on. But then also when I watched the pay-per-views, I'm like, I kind of want to watch the build to this.
Yeah.
But watching a whole
I get
year
that
is
too.
a lot.
Yeah. Like when we going out of what do we do? No Way Out. And we'd already done Mania, but then I wanted to watch the night after Mania to kind of get to this.
Yeah.
I was like,
they do the tag match.
Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit. But like just looking through, because I have a hard time like trying to watch it with what we're doing. Like I start getting ahead of myself and looking on Wikipedia and stuff. But then by the time we get to it, I've already forgot. So
yeah,
whatever. I don't know. But yeah,
I've watched this year a lot and I still forget it. So. Yeah. And Judgment Day 02, man. Triple H and Chris Jericho Hell in a Cell is awesome.
Yeah.
I know it's a very underrated one. A lot of people didn't like it, but I think it's a cool Hell in a Cell match.
Was that considered a number one contender match? Since Trips gets the title shot?
It might be, because that feud starts here where Chris Jericho tries to cost Triple H the belt or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Taker gets it to where Terry can win because he wants to face Terry as he's walking away, he's smiling.
Right.
I'm going to have to watch that Terry Taker match again because the finish, I can't quite remember, but I know it wasn't good.
It was the choke slam.
Oh, God.
When he picks him up to go to, and Terry just kind of fucking overcooked spaghetti noodles in. It's not good. It's not good.
But either way, everybody needs to go back and watch Backlash 2002.
This was
I love the show, man. And Grilling JR this week is Backlash 02, so I'll listen to that for sure.
Cool. We can get ours out first.
Yeah.
Wait, what day does that come out on?
Thursday.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're good then.
Yeah, we're good.
So I'll have it out for Patreon as soon as we're done, and then I have to edit.
Yeah. Well, let's take her home.
Yeah, let's do it. Because this is fucking long in the tooth, and I got to get showered and all that shit still.
ProWrestlingTees.com/heels and quads. Pick up some of our merch. The new wrestling hygiene shirt coming this week, right?
Yes, this week. It's our
collar and elbow,
and it's going to be $16.99.
Yeah, it's a cheaper shirt.
Yeah,
that's nice. I'll be picking one of those.
That way you can get the soft style and shipping. You're looking at $25-$26 instead of $30-$31.
Not too shabby.
Yeah,
not too shabby. Collar and elbow, small selection currently, but use the promo code heels and quads and all caps checkout, save 10% of the order.
Patreon.com/heels and quads. Trying to build this fucking thing. A lot of fun people came over from Talking Shop Patreon. We hang out. It's fucking silly. A lot of people drink, maybe partake in, some other
CBD.
Yeah, some CBD oil. But yeah, it's a good time. And not this coming Tuesday, but next Tuesday we'll do the next Zoom meeting. Do like an hour, just hang out, talk what's going on wrestling, or just shoot the shit, whatever. But yeah, it's a good time.
Plus, a lot of O2 coming your way this year.
Yeah. And you get the exclusives, you get the watch alongs and all that shit. So fun stuff.
We should do a Raw or a SmackDown O2, like a summer episode at some point.
Okay.
Just talk about it.
We
never really do an episode like that.
I kind of want to do the Hogan Edge tag match.
Where they win it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that one.
Yeah.
We'll see what else is on the card.
Yeah.
We'll look into it. But anyway,
we'll figure it out. That's later on in the summer. Yeah.
Let's take it home, people. We got shit to do.
Tell your friends. Happy Easter. Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies. There we go.
Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
All right. Talk to you next time with something else.
Something else.
What's May?
Something. Judgment Day.
Ah, fuck. We do a SmackDown for that since we've already done it.
We could do maybe
go home. Yeah, there we go.
Maybe do that.
All right, let's do that.
I know Taker drags Terry behind the belt or behind the not belt.
The bike.
By the bike, yeah.
Woof.
Yeah.
It was rough to watch.
Yeah.
But I'll watch it again. Fuck it.
Cool.
All right. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
See ya. Bye.